Alright guys, I am here at Kenworth Northeast here in Rochester, checking out some of the trucks. I'm not sure how this always works, but it seems like when I go to Rochester, I have multiple stops. Stop 1, drug test. Random, my name gets pulled. Stop 2, Stop 1, Starbucks. Stop 2, random drug test. Stop 3, Kenworth. Stop 4 is our store in Rochester. I gotta take a conference call, and then I'm gonna go look at some new forklifts. Used forklifts, new for us. But let's continue to check out this inventory. I think a lot of these trucks actually, I see license plates on them, so they're probably sold or they're probably doing work on them. And I think some of these trucks too, like we had one of ours up here missing. They were waiting on some parts. Basically, no new trucks for sale, no inventory. There might have been a few used ones for sale, but you'll have to check out their website and see what inventory they have. They do have quite a few locations. We're going past. We might as well stop in, you know, check it out. John Deere's got some equipment. Not a lot. No wheel loaders. At least not in the yard. Probably in a rental. Here's where we get our forklifts from. We're gonna go in, check it out. I won't bore you with all the details of a forklift. We'll see what they got. So these are the machines I'm looking at. I just need a little electric or propane forklift for inside one of the warehouses. So from looking at next gen T680 trucks to forklifts. Well, that was interesting. Good little education on forklifts and the trend towards, guess what, electric. But in our industry, in the outdoors, they have electric trucks, but they're a lot more expensive. So electric fork trucks, that is. I'm not really in the market for an electric fork truck for outdoor yet, but just kind of poking around, seeing what he's got available for indoor for the warehouse in Geneva. Didn't have anything here that I liked. I liked them, but just I don't need a new one. This is only going to get used like an hour or two a day, so he's got some more coming in. I'll just be a little patient. I'm in no rush yet. Good morning. 18 degrees and snowing. It's snowing hard. Welcome to New York. This is the land where one day can be 50 degrees and beautiful, and the next day you have 2 to 4 inches of uncalled for snow. Like I said, today 18 degrees and snowing. This is Thursday. On Sunday they want 65 degrees, sun and clouds. So that's how much the temperature changes. It's crazy, and it's been pretty erratic. Last night when I went home, they weren't calling for any snow. They said just maybe overall snow showers, but no accumulation, right? Well, guess what? There's 2 to 4 inches. Well, there's probably more like 3 to 4 inches here. I'm glad for a shop where we know it's consistently 60 degrees, 65 degrees, and well lighted. Guys, what is really cool is I got some of my coworkers out here in the shop to start using the camera a little bit. So they'll be showing you a little bit what they get into in a day. Just give a little different look, a little bit different idea of what goes on here. I give you more of a top level look. These guys are gonna probably give you a little more in-depth. There's a lot of day-to-day stuff that goes on that I don't capture, and these guys do that. So they're gonna be, every once in a while, I'll be shooting a video of some of the stuff they get into. Here is a little bit of what they got into. They're messing around with the camera. These guys are awesome. They are who make or break the shop here. They are what makes the shop here fantastic. They work together, they're a great team, and these guys do awesome work. Here's a little look at what they got into in the past.
So that's the new trailer, see? And these are the guys. They would have done this trailer. The check over from what Justin brought in, and we got the Moffat on it. Made sure everything worked. Always got to make sure everything works, even if somebody says it does. Let me climb up here. And they did a wonderful job on this trailer. We use Epitong flooring. It's a hard oak flooring with a etch to it that locks in, so you can't see it when it's up in the front here, but there's a lip that goes down underneath this steel, and then there's a lip that goes down underneath this one and all the way across, so that it's a lot more solid. I went through everything, checked everything, got it so that we're pretty well ready to send it out on service. The Moffat even hooked back into it. So here we are after a nice Monday. Things were going good in the shop, and now Nate here and I, this is Trevor by the way, we're sitting in the service truck about ready to go out the door to get a truck off the side of the road. Somebody called in, said he snapped an axle. We sent Mr. Timothy, the hero, up ahead, and he's gonna go switch the truck out, and Nate and I are gonna try and get a truck back that broke 2 axles. So we'll see how this goes. So here we got to the Peterbilt that supposedly had a broken axle, and found out what actually happened to it. It didn't break an axle. If you look down in underneath here, see that crack right there in the forklift? That actually split out in front. This drive shaft just spins. So there's something came apart in that front and rear. We're gonna get her towed back, see if we can just do it with a pickup. If not, then we're gonna go have to get our hook. But we're at the side of the road later in the afternoon. Ain't exactly the time to, try and tow something back. Timothy's down there. He's got hooked to the dump trailer. He's gonna take that back. So it's up to Nate and I. We'll see if we can get it back. We might have to pull some axles. We'll see. So we ended up going down the road about 150 yards, and that rear end locked right up on us. Started banging around. We had to pull the axle. We'll pull one right now. See if she can make it on back. But it's going to be a little bit of a slow trip. Might have to call Mr. Timothy to bring us out the hook. That'd be interesting. Going down the road, somebody tailgating me.
And now it's a beautiful sunny day. Snow's melting. We're up to almost 30 degrees, 29 degrees. So I was away today and actually traveled out of the state down in Maryland and come across the trucker convoy coming out of California. So this is just a small part of it. Here's my map on my phone. You can see quite a bit of red. Guys, if you have been paying attention to market, if you're a truck driver, you know fuel prices have gotten really crazy. With fuel price skyrocketing, we don't know where the end is, and it's really frustrating. As a small business owner, we just can't recapture these costs fast enough. We have fuel surcharges in place. We've been talking with our customers. We've been raising rates. What's really difficult about this fuel increase is that over the last year, fuel has been slowly going up, and not only fuel has been going up. So parts, tires, just anything related, actually anything in general has gone up quite a bit. I think they call that inflation, but just things overall are going up. Whereas some of the fuel prices or the fuel increases that we've had in the past, we did not have an increase of parts, increase of tires, and all those other things. And if we did, they were minor. But in tires, for example, we're getting massive increases. I get fleet price, but still, they're huge increases. And that's what's so painful about this fuel price. So it's not just fuel, it's everything else. And trucking companies, it's labor as well. Labor's just, they're competing for drivers. We're paying top dollar for fuel. We're paying top dollar for parts. Parts are increasing so fast. Equipment alone, you can't even get new equipment. if you're going to get new equipment, you have to wait a long time, and it's very, very expensive. One thing for sure is something is going to have to break. It can't just continue like this. Somewhere there's a line, somewhere there's a stopping point. Where that is, I don't know. I've been reading a lot of news articles and things like that, and they say, you know, when fuel doubles in 1 year, in less than a year, you can expect a recession. That was the one article I read. So I don't know. We might be, I know right now we're experiencing the highest rates, like spot market is very high. Might not be very long that we will be experiencing very low rates. I don't know what's going on. All I say is hang on. I don't want to be doom and gloom, but you gotta look at the facts sometimes, and you gotta look at all sides of the story, all sides of the spectrum, because we don't know what's gonna happen. It's definitely kind of scary times that we live in right now, especially with the war in Ukraine. If some of these things could just level out a little bit, we'd have a little better, you know, I think fuel would stabilize. We could kind of get through some of this, but we're in dangerous territory. So for you small truckers, for you other trucking companies out there watching this, no matter who you are watching this, you are and will be affected by what happened this past week or two. It's gonna hit your back pocket one way or the other, whether you like it or not. Most important thing, guys, is stay strong. One thing for certain is we know God's in control, and we can put our trust in Him. Now, on a more positive note, hopefully I see some of you guys at Louisville Truck Show. So if you're going to the truck show, definitely let me know in the comments. I have some equipment at the show. We'll figure out a time. I'll let you know where I'll be. So I hope to meet some of you guys at the show. The Louisville Truck Show is towards the end of March. And like I said, there'll be some equipment there. I'm excited to see you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Peace out.